Have you ever wondered if you can experience New York City in just one day? I took a 5 a.m. Amtrak train from Baltimore, and by 8:30, I was in the heart of Manhattan. That's right. From art to skyscrapers to iconic streets and cocktails, here's how I packed the best of New York City into just 12 hours. So my day started early. It started around 3 o'clock in the morning. Thankfully, I got enough rest and I packed everything the day before. I took an Uber down to Penn Station. I boarded my train around 5:30 in the morning. The views were nice. It was a pretty smooth ride. We made a few stops on the way, of course. But about 3 hours and a quick nap later, I was pulling into Moynihan Train Hall at Penn Station. First thing I did was hop on the subway. Now, again, I'd been to New York City before, but this was really my first time riding the subway by myself. Thankfully, I did a lot of research beforehand on how to navigate the New York City subway system, what all the numbers and the letters mean. And I also had a very handy app that I used as well, which really kind of helped navigate me in the right way. I didn't get lost or anything like that. I think if you are going to New York for the first time, or if you don't go a lot, definitely do some research on how to use public transportation there. My first stop was the Met. I've always wanted to go to the Met. I've seen videos about it. I've read up a lot on it. I'm a big history buff, so naturally that was a place that I was attracted to. The Met was awesome. I spent about 2.5 to almost 3 hours there just walking around. They have some really, really spectacular pieces in there. They have body armor from King Henry VIII. They have just amazing art there. There is just so much that you can learn and so much that you can see at the Met. Thankfully, I got there early because by the time I left, that line was down the block. I got there probably about 30 minutes after it had opened, and I bought my tickets online, so I really didn't have to wait in any kind of line, and I was just able to walk in. And when I left out of there, that line was so long. Honestly, if that came later that afternoon, then I don't think I would have been able to do anything else because I would have been waiting in that line for so long. So, and mind you, this was a Tuesday. So thank goodness I got there early. So I was there for about 2.5 hours, and then after that, I went and got a hot dog from a famous hot dog stand around that area, and then I boarded the subway again, and I went to Times Square. Again, I have family in New York City. This is not my first time going there. In fact, I've actually been to Times Square before, but I just wanted to check it out again because I just had the time. It was really busy, of course. I went inside a few stores, and I was really only there for maybe like 25-30 minutes, honestly. After that, I hopped back on the subway and I went to Hudson Yards. I've seen so much about Hudson Yards. I knew I had to visit when I got there. And I went to an attraction called The Edge. The name pretty much explains itself. It's quite an experience, it really is. So it's pretty much an observation area on one of the high floors of the building. I forgot exactly how high up it is, but when you get out there, the views are just amazing. You can see downtown Manhattan on one end, you can see the river on another end. There's even a spot where you can walk over and it's just glass and you get to see straight down. A little scary for me, I'm not gonna lie. But overall, the attraction was really cool. Lots of people were out there taking pictures. The views were spectacular. They had a spot where people could buy drinks as well. The whole thing was just a vibe. It was really, really cool. So I was there for about, I wanna say 45 minutes. And then I took the elevator back down and I really just walked around. After walking around Hudson Yards, I decided to go a few blocks down and I just popped inside of a couple of bars. I don't have any footage of that, because I really just wanted to live in the moment and I'd done so much walking around. I was really kind of tired, honestly. They do a lot of walking in New York City. You don't really need a car there. Here we drive everywhere, but in New York City, it's a lot of walking and using public transportation. So I ate at one of the bars. And then luckily it wasn't too far from the train station. So when I was done in the bars, I just walked over to the train station. Only waited maybe about 30 minutes. And then I was able to hop on my train and I was back in Baltimore no later than I want to say 11 p.m. So it was a quick trip, But overall, it was really fun. My suggestion is just to do your research ahead of time if you do decide to do a day trip to New York City. So, can you do New York City in one day? My answer is absolutely. It could be a little crazy, but it's fun. If you like adventures, I definitely recommend it. It could be a little intense too, but if you plan everything out right, you can definitely make it worth it. Comment and subscribe. Thanks, guys. Keep reaching for the stars.